The University of Akron, a public research university located in the heart of Akron, Ohio, a part of the University System of Ohio, a STEM-focused institution serving about 27,000 students, with focuses such on polymers, advanced materials, and engineering. It's truly an excellent school whose motto, "Let there be light," reigns throughout the campus. But that's not what we're worried about today, as their Division II team gives us all access at NCRHA National.
Two and then the three and then the four, then you gotta breathe. One and then the two and then the three and then the four, then you gotta breathe. Then you gotta. Yo, these niggas can't breathe when I come through, hum to some shoes. Gotta be 20, man, it's not even funny, they can't. The chokehold's too tight, the left looks too right. You know what, you right, these bitches can't. Look, they hearts racing, they start chasing, but I'm so fast when I blow past that they can't. In the presence of the man, your future look better than your past if you present with the man.
Fear the Wheels is a slogan the Akron Zips have been taking to heart all season long, as they have combated their way to one of the best records in the NCRHA. A win-loss record of 18-2, the Zips cruised through the regular season with the help of freshman Mike Smith, goaltender Corey Davis, and longtime stalwart Joey Nahay. They allowed us into their locker room and onto their bench as we could take a look at their game against the Stony Brook Seawolves, a team they had played twice earlier this season and had success.
And they rushed one guy up, you know that, that's all they're going to do. Defense, we have to stay back. They're going to try to get some odd man rushes. That's the only way they're going to try to beat us, right? Hey, make sure, let's try to run that thing. We know they're going to come out of the box, get that guy in the middle, feed him, somebody's got to open up, right? Somebody has to collapse on him, and whoever collapses on him, look for the guy on the other side, right? Get some backdoor passes, we got this. Defense, yeah, on defense, stay conservative, box up, you know, every single shift, too, we got one game a day. Bust our ass every single shift, we got this.
Talk out there.
Absolutely.
No penalties. Yeah, box. He's kind of soft. Get some shots on that.
Did you say Artendi or Artendi?
This would be the Zips' third trip to Nationals, once in Independence, Missouri 2 years ago, and last year in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. The Zips have struggled in their playoff portion of their season, having a losing record at Nationals after losing to teams like Denver, Portland, Tennessee, but having wins against Stony Brook in the past year at Nationals and Missouri S&T. Last year's loss to Robert Morris in the Elite Eight, 3-4 in overtime, was a thorn in the side of the players. However, they would be facing off a team that they faced off favorably against, the Stony Brook Seawolves, who are looking to exact a little bit of revenge for their prior transgressions against the Zips. The Seawolves have had their own struggles after winning their regular season, just like the Zips faltered in the regional championships. However, their regular season was good enough to get them here into pool play at Nationals, facing off against their rivals from Ohio. Led by Justin Corbo and Rookie of the Year in the ECRHA Rory Buckley, the Zips were unafraid to take on the Seawolves head first, as they took to the floor and prepared for their game.
You gotta call me, can I do what you want again all night long?
Puck Drop is finally here for their first game. Akron and Stony Brook take to center ice. As the players look on, control in the feeling out period takes a lengthy time, 2 minutes, and almost very little shots, as Stony Brook plays a passive system trying to stifle the Zips offense. Some early chances either way lead to no avail for either team, but it wasn't until the 8-minute mark where freshman Mike Smith went coast to coast for his first goal in Nationals. Shortly after the goal, this play by Mike Smith drew a penalty on a roughing call, sending the Zips to the power play. Dejected for the Seawolves, the Zips start to formulate a plan to see if they can take a 2-goal lead early on in the first period. Thanks to the goaltending of Rory Buckley, the Akron Zips would soon suffer an equalizing goal at the hands of Justin Kerblow. After a short period of regrouping, Akron would take back the lead on Mike Smith's second goal. The super rookie would manage to take over the game almost solely by himself as he cut through the slot and ripped another shot past Buckley. Shortly thereafter, the Zips were able to add another unanswered goal to the board with about 16 seconds left, and have closed out the period with a 3-1 lead in their pivotal first game at Nationals.
Their box by taking a wide, getting those chances in front, right? If you don't see anything, throw it back up. Guys, you're slow forward. Point so we can out, right? Let's go. Let's go. 1, 2, 3,
It was shortly thereafter that the Zips would look to another freshman rookie in Chris Johnson to further cement their lead on a power play chance to go up 4-1. The setup pass from longtime Zips Joey Nahe was able to give an excellent one-timer to go bar down from the freshman from the point. The Zips seemingly unprepared, Palermo comes in and scores to get the game to 4-2. Back and forth we went as the period seemed to even out with just a few minutes left. Physicality picks up and the second period ends with a 4-2 lead for the guys in black. It wouldn't be long before the Zips struck yet again from the freshman, Mike Smith, and put them up to 5-2. Riding on the back of their freshman phenom, the emotion from the bench against the rival, and their goaltending from Corey Davis, the Zips were able to ride through to a win 6-2 against the Stony Brook Seawolves, looking forward after their first win at the 2017 National Championships. Often it is easy to look at something like this as just a hobby, a game, something that in the long run is infinitesimal. But we know, as college hockey players, as college roller hockey players, that moments like this mean something. Deep down in the core, the bond that you have with your teammates, the learning that we make from both wins and losses reflect so deeply on who we are, both as hockey players and as people. And so, as the Akron Zips look forward during the national championship run, they can look back at this moment as another stepping stone. Just as expected, the Akron Zips felt good in their locker room and were able to reflect back on their season with 2 player interviews from Corey Davis and Chris Johnson.
Tell us your name, please. All right, Corey, so you're a goalie for the Akron Zips. Just had a pretty good, solid game there. Tell me about what your mindset was going into the game, especially after regionals.
After regionals, we came off of a couple fluky games. So we knew coming in today, we just had to keep our minds clear, stick to what we knew.
What was your, how do you get ready for a game before, your first Nationals game of this year? You've been to Nationals the year before as well. Just tell me what your mindset was getting ready for it.
Getting ready, I try to keep hockey off my mind. We're in the locker room, we laugh, we joke. Last thing we ever talk about is hockey in the locker room. It keeps everyone fresh.
So maybe tell me about what the difference has been between Iowa last year with this team and Florida this year with this team.
Iowa last year, I joined back in February of last year. And I didn't really know how the system worked. I didn't think I was meshing with it real well. This year, playing every game, I was able to slow down, relax, see how the Akron wanted to run the system, and I communicated with my defense, and we've been able to have one hell of a team.
So obviously, you got probably one of the best setups in the league. You got a painted helmet, the pads to go with it, the Brian Genetic set to go with it. Tell us about your design process when you were getting those done.
I actually did it to match the ice hockey team back in the day. And then I just feel like I had just playing all white pads before. It seems like every goalie nowadays has.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do something to make myself stand out a little bit more, being a graphic design major. And I ran away.
Nice, awesome. So anything that you want to say to any of the Coast to Coasters or anything like that? Ooh, all right. Thank you very much. Okay, so Chris, this is your first year, correct, with Akron. What's your first year experience been like playing with the club?
It's really great. I've never really played roller hockey much before, so it's been fun. I just can't remember it. Well.
How about your first national experience so far?
So far, it's good.
Yep.
Better than Iowa last year.
So, obviously, you just came off a game, a 6-2 win against Stony Brook University there. Tell me about your goal that you scored earlier.
We were just on the power play, and they weren't really pressuring up high much, so we did one time and come up top, because we got the shot.
And so, next you have East Carolina, correct? So, what are you guys looking forward to in this game and, your mindset going in?
We played them once before. They're probably one of the better teams we played. They play well on offense, so we just got to keep pushing towards their defense, let them collapse a little bit.
All right, perfect. Anything that you want to say to anybody that's going to be watching, later on?
Good.
All right.
And thus, it's onward to the next day for the Akron Zips, who walked away with this win against their rivals in Stony Brook University. Every single moment, creating a new memory here in Fort Myers, Florida. The next day would hold something completely different for them, a new opponent, a new ability to raise to the occasion. And so, with this, we end our all-access trip into the world of the Akron Zips.